Good morning, guys. This is Andrew from 510 Books. I'm here in my warehouse. It is Tuesday, June 8th, 2021. And shortly I'm going to have to go pick up my kids from school. But I spent a little bit of time here in the warehouse preparing some things I'm going to sell on eBay. Basically, what I've been doing is clearing out a lot of stuff, clearing out things that I still had from those three Gaylords, and as well as some things that I've accumulated from donations and whatnot. These were CDs, DVDs. So I'll share that with you shortly. I don't know if you ever watch Walking Dead, but early on in the series, excuse me, the character Morgan was clearing. He was clearing all of the zombies, all of the Walking Dead, and that's what I was doing without minus the zombies, is just clearing out space. And basically I had stacks and stacks over here. I don't know if you remember from my other videos, but I had stacks and stacks of kids' DVDs. And I had all kinds of stuff over here and boxes and whatnot. So now, let me show you first over here. I moved all those boxes of DVDs. These are DVDs and CDs. That one's CDs, but these are boxes of auctions that I'm going to put up on eBay for DVDs and CDs. There's loose. One of these has loose CDs as well, over 1,200. And these are all going to be auctions that I photographed. These are ones I photographed yesterday. So what I've got here is opera, classical. I've got DVDs. And I've got workout DVDs. I got a lot of different types here. And then these are all CDs. And then I've got a Blu-ray lot as well. So those were sitting for a while through my sale. And then I finally got around to photographing them. And then I just move them over here so that, and then that one as well, that's a CD lot, or sorry, DVD lot. It's got some TV box sets in there as well. These are all items that I've already gone through that I will be putting out for my next sale. So what I do is I just start stacking them in the same place so that when it comes close to my sale, I can just go to this pile and I know what I have to put out. I know how much I'll be putting out, how much time it'll take, and how much new inventory I'll be able to add for my next sale. And then over here on this table, I had stacks and stacks of kids DVDs, and all of those kids DVDs were from those three Gaylords, which had a lot of kids DVDs. And what I find here in my local sale is hardly anybody buys kids DVDs or asks me about them. For some reason, this past sale, I had like 2 people ask me about kids DVDs, but probably because they saw those stacked over there. But a few people did ask me. And so I have all of these here, all these kids DVD lots. Now, in my experience, kids DVD lots do not do as well as they used to, like a year and a half ago. And my assumption is because of Disney Plus coming out, and now so many people have access to such a huge library of Disney stuff and other, non-Disney stuff, streaming wise, that they're not willing to spend as much money, or there's not as many people looking for physical DVDs, kids DVDs. That might be a temporary thing. It might come back at some point. We'll see what happens with all the streaming and whatnot and all that. But, I'm still going to make some money off of it, and I'm not going to be able to sell them here locally, so I'd rather just get rid of them, make a little bit of money, clear out space, and keep it moving, basically. So yeah, so at least, I don't know what I'll make off of these, but some go for more than others, but it'll be something, and I'm already in the profit for those 3 Gaylords, so that'll all be profit. So that's nice. And basically what I do is I use my table over here with the white wall, and I photograph there, and I have my little scale that I always have with me. Whether I'm photographing or whether I'm shipping out items, I use that a lot, which I'm sure you do too if you're doing eBay or Amazon. And then I have my little booklet here, my little, I guess, journal for items that I photograph. And what I do is I photograph them and weigh them, write it down, and then I'll go home, I'll upload all the photos off of my phone, and then I will list everything on my computer. Now, yeah, I know you can list right on your phone, but to me that's just madness because it takes way too long. I can't, I mean, I don't understand. I have 39 auction lots that I'm going to be adding today and tomorrow. And to take a photo and then pull up my phone, and I get it, templates, right? That's fine, but there's still a lot of information you have to add in there, a good amount. So to go through there, it would take forever. So I'd rather do it as like batch it together. So I weigh and write down everything, and then I take all the photos together, and then I stack them over here, and then when I go home, I just upload everything together, upload all the photos together, and then I'll go through, with templates, so it doesn't take that long. But I still have to change certain things like the title, a little bit of the description, the weight, photos, of course. And I do it all together, and it's much quicker that way for me, and much less of just crazy talk. Standing there with my phone just seems, I don't understand that. And people are gonna watch this video and say, yeah, but I do that. Well, I guess if it works for you, but for me, it's way too slow. It's better for me to do one type of activity, get that done, and then move on to the next one, versus doing it all together, sorting it. Well, sort it first, right? But then weigh it, photograph it, list it, weigh it, photograph it, list it, versus just weigh it, photograph it, and then list it all together. But anyway, to each his own. I understand, but that's what I prefer to do. So yeah, I have 39 auctions that I'm going to put up. These are predominantly DVD auctions. There's a few CD as well. And looking at everything over here, I don't have any. No, that's not true. I also have. Let's say I don't have any other auction or any other lots to list, but these boxes are really bothering me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to deal with this stuff as well. So these were a combination of, some of them are CD lots, and some of them are book lots, and they have not sold as buy it nows, and it's taking up too much space. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is having to just convert these to auctions, and just to get rid of them. I even have a loose CD lot at the bottom there, which usually goes really quick. I've been surprised that it hasn't gone. I sold one of them. I had listed two that have over 1,000 loose CDs, and the second one is just not selling, has not sold yet. So what I'm probably going to do is just do an auction. I'll get less money for it, but I just need to get rid of it, clear out the space, because I clear out all these boxes, frees up a lot of space here. Those boxes behind it, the white ones, the bankers boxes, are 4 CD boxes and 2 DVD boxes on the top there are for my local sale. So those are ones that I slowly put out to replenish my shelves for my next sale, which is 5 weeks away now. But yeah, so I mainly, I don't want to put a bunch of stuff here. I mean, this whole rack is all stuff listed on eBay. Except for that pile of CDs, that's not it. But all this stuff is listed, and this is a slow time of year, so hopefully as things pick up, some of that stuff will sell, and some of it does gradually sell here and there. But like I said in the other video, these are slower times, so that happens. And then, in terms of lots, that's all I have. So some people might be wondering, one or two people, what are all these stacks of CDs? Well, this whole stack here are heavy metal hard rock CDs that I've been collecting for a while now as I've gone through Gaylord. So things like, Lynch Mob, which I'm not familiar with, Judas Priest. What do we got? Another Judas Priest. Twisted Sister. Another Judas Priest, so a lot of Judas Priest. And my thought was to get a bunch of them together so that I can do a nice large CD lot, and hopefully get some good money for it. So that's what this is. A lot of these. So if you look over here, I've got these stacks, and then I've got that box full, and then that tub full. And these are all different types of collections of CDs. So for instance, the Now ones, which you're, probably familiar with, you've seen, I don't need to pull it out, but they've got numbered ones, so it goes back, and they've got a lot of different popular stuff on there, and you've probably seen a million of those. So I'm trying to get together the whole collection. And there's things like, what do you call it? Is it Reader's Digest? So I collecting all of the Reader's Digest CDs. I've done this before where I've sold off a big lot for good money. This one here where they've got all these different Putumayo, this label. They have all these different ones. I'm trying to get a huge one of those together. So a lot of different types of collections of CDs, and it's gotten kind of ridiculous. I had already organized all of them, in the boxes and in the tub, and then I started stacking them on top. So at some point, I'm gonna have to tackle that and decide. I have to start trying to sell some of those off because they're just taking up too much space. I want to collect the entire series or series of certain CD collections, but sometimes you just don't. It's hard to find all of them. But if you have a lot of them, like those Putumayo ones, I probably have 50 of them, something like that, and so I just keep collecting them. And so anyway, even if you don't have the full one, if you have a ton of them, still can be potentially some good money. And that's just precarious, taking up a lot of space. So I'm gonna have to get to that. Also over here, I've got Laserdisc, individual Laserdisc I need to list, which actually, believe it or not, go for good money. And then under the table is a whole disaster. It's a good disaster, but those are all individual items that need to be listed. Lots of books, CDs, DVDs, maybe even a few video games, but mostly books, CDs. Like this is the whole Buffy, the Vampire Slayer TV series, the complete series. So I have a lot of stuff under here. I had somebody, which I think I was talking about when I was making videos before, is I had somebody listing on eBay for me, and it was working for a while. They were actually picking up items, taking it home, listing it, bringing it back. And then I would go check it and have it go live. They would just save a draft. But things started not working out. They started doing something else. And so I no longer have that lister. So my idea is at some point to find someone else. But in the meantime, it's going to be me trying to tackle this individual stuff because it's just gotten ridiculous. So I'm going to have to start listing that stuff for sure. Hold on. All right, guys, I have to go pick up the kids right now, but thanks for watching. A little peek inside what I've been doing, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe.